My name is Yvonne Bulk. I am partially blind. I grew up here on the traditional territory of the Saanich peoples. I right now am doing my PhD and working over on the traditional unceded ancestral territories of the Musqueam, Coast Salish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. And I want to acknowledge them and thank them for welcoming me to their territory to do the work that I'm so privileged to be doing. So my work is focusing on blind people, and particularly the project I'm working on is highlighting that we are not sighted people missing our sight. We are blind people, and that is something distinct. We have unique and valuable knowledge that does not make us sighted people missing something, but we are blind people, and we have knowledge and value in and of ourselves. So I want to thank all the folks who've spoken already today. A lot of important things have been discussed. And one of those relates to policy and some of the legal aspects of our lives and discrimination that we face. The reason I decided to do my PhD is because I, as an occupational therapist, am privileged to come alongside people, help them gain the skills and confidence that they need in order to flourish. But then I witnessed that sometimes people don't flourish due to no fault of their own, but rather because they face social and institutional barriers. And I think and hope that doing my PhD will help open doors for me to be able to help create change at some of those levels. Changing policy doesn't fix all the problems. We can change policies, but if we don't change people's hearts, we will not create a place where we all feel that we can belong. So that's why I'm working on this project, which focuses on blind people's experiences of belonging specifically. So this is one cog in a larger project called beingblind.org. We haven't launched the website yet, but hopefully soon. And this project is a larger project exploring experiences of being blind in diverse contexts around the world. We're probing the experience of blindness in various geographic, political, socioeconomic regions. We're exploring how we defy stereotypes and exposing the stigmas and assumptions that get in our way all too often. I've done a few research projects already and still working on some. And part of my approach to research is something called participatory research. So you can also say inclusive or collaborative research. Most research that's been done on disabled people over the last several decades has been seen as very oppressive. Research has been used to measure, classify, categorize us as disabled people. So the research that I'm doing tries to challenge that. Participatory research invites people who are part of a marginalized community to be on a research team, to work together to identify issues that impact us, and to work together to do research and create outcomes that will hopefully contribute to change. So the research that I'm doing, that I've done already, worked together with other folks to build a survey that explored perceptions of the capabilities of blind people. We're still doing some of the data analysis out of that, but one of the outcomes that we already have that was kind of fun, I won't show it today because it's too long, but we created a video that you can listen to. And in this survey, which was filled out by about 360 people, we asked if you could ask a blind person one question, what would it be? And out of that, we had some of the advisory committee members answer that question, and we created a video, which is found at seeingblindness.tumblr.com. Tumblr has no E in it, by the way. And now to my dissertation research specifically, which is looking at being blind and belonging in higher education or academia. So in this project, there are a few different aspects to the project. But basically we are looking at how do blind people experience belonging, how do we develop a sense of belonging, and how does having a sense of belonging or not having it in the academic context impact our participation. And this again relates to the fact that I have found it's not just the structures and the access to information that are important, but it's some of those more nuanced parts of our experience that are vital to having a place where we feel we can fully belong and fully participate, including people's attitudes toward us. And this is based on previous research. I'll give you a tiny bit of background. So one survey, for example, found that blind people who attended school in the last 5 years, 46% of them were avoided or excluded at school because of their blindness. About 40% said they were bullied at school because of their blindness, and 37.5% terminated their education early because of what they experienced in the social environment. So I have a question here, but I'm not going to start a discussion because I think we're running short on time.
We are.
So you can just think about what does belonging mean to you? What does a sense of belonging mean?